hi. I'm Michelle. I'm your nurse practitioner. And what's your name?
I'm Hunter.
Okay, good to meet you.
Me too.
Okay. Well, so why do you come to the office today?
I've just been having severe headaches.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Just be as honest as you can with your answers, and we'll try to figure out a solution for you to make you feel better before you leave.
Okay.
When did your headaches start?
This morning.
This morning? Okay, and where are your headaches located at?
It's on my right side, but sometimes it goes over to my left, but mainly my right side.
Mainly in your right side. Okay. And so how long do your headaches last when you get them? Are they like a while, like a long time, a short time? How long do
It's
they
a few
last?
hours, I'd say.
A few hours, so a couple hours, so like they get kind of worse throughout the day, or?
Yeah, they get worse throughout the day.
Okay. And give me, I'm going to ask kind of descriptions of your headache. So does it make you kind of nauseous, or do you have vomiting? Do you have any like numbness or tingling in either side of your legs? Do you feel weak, or your arms, or your face, or your like any tension in your neck or anything?
No, it's mainly just in my head.
Okay, like any bright lights or sounds or noises or anything that make it worse?
Yeah, normally a quiet place makes it a little bit better.
A little bit better, okay. And then is there anything that, in addition to a quiet place, is there anything else that makes it better when you have your headaches?
Just going to a quiet place and sometimes taking ibuprofen.
So you do take ibuprofen for your headaches, okay. And then you did say like noises and stuff make it worse. Is there anything else that makes it worse, like crying or loud noises or sunshine or outdoors or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I do have a new baby, and sometimes she's up late at night crying. I'm also looking for an apartment, and I just applied for school, so there's a lot of
you've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, now when you have your headaches, do they stay in your head, or do they go do they radiate any place like to your neck or your back? Just kind of in your head?
Yeah, it's just mostly in my head.
Mostly in your head, okay. And then as far as when do you have your headaches? Are they morning, afternoon, night, anytime? Does it vary? Do you have them like certain times of the year, certain times of the day?
It's just pretty random.
Pretty random, okay, so not necessarily like a set time, okay.
No.
And then in severity, how bad would you rate your headache? Like 0 to 10, 10 being like the worst pain of your life, like crushing, constant, like sharp pain, or is it just kind of like a moderate pain? 0 being the less and 10 being the worst?
Probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6, okay. Okay, well that's good to know. What I'm going to do next is ask you a series of history questions. First being, do you take any medications besides ibuprofen?
Just birth control.
Birth control pills, okay. And then do you have any allergies to medications that you know of?
No.
All right, and then as far as your family goes, and this includes like your brother, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncles, your grandma and grandpa, do they have any medical history pertaining to your primary symptom?
My grandma's had migraines in the past. Okay. My uncle, he's also had migraines. My grandpa has he's pre-diabetic, and
okay.
Then my grandma also has blood pressure.
Okay.
Blood pressure.
And your mom doesn't have anything?
She has asthma.
That's it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So we can try to rule out migraines since your grandma and your uncle have a history of migraines. Do you have any surgical history? Have you had any surgeries in the past at all?
No.
Okay, and then what about your social history? Do you smoke?
No.
All right, and do you use any alcohol at all?
No, because I'm breastfeeding.
Oh, well, that's good. And then what about recreational drugs?
No.
No, all right. Are you married, divorced, boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend, okay, I think you did tell me that. And then as far as your environmental factors, are you normally like inside, outside, around friends, go for walks?
I'm normally inside, but I also go for walks outside with my daughter.
Okay. Okay, well that sounds good. Well, what I'm going to do next is kind of do a physical assessment based upon the symptoms that you're telling me. What I'm going to do first is check your cranial nerves, and I'll check maybe some sensations on your body, and then check your balances and stuff like that. So I'm going to check your eyes first. Let me grab this thing. And what I want you to do is cover up your right eye, and then with your left eye, I want you to read the second line for me. Left to right.
T-P-O-L.
Okay, and then uncover your right eye and cover up your left eye, and read it from right to left, the second line.
T-O-L-O-P-T.
Okay, and then uncover that eye and read it with both eyes, left to right.
T-P-O-L.
Okay, now I'm just going to test your responses in your eyes, so just look straight ahead. I want to make sure your pupils react. Okay, looks good. And now what I want you to do is follow my pen with your eyes. Don't move your head, just follow with your eyes. I'm testing your 6 gazes of cardinal direction. Okay, perfect. That looks good. And then what I'm going to do now is basically test like your jaw, make sure everything's equal on both sides at your strength. So kind of clench your jaw together and then open your mouth. All right, and I'm going to use a soft and a dull. You just tell me if this is soft or dull. So it's kind of a sharp. So it'll be sharp or it'll be dull. And I'm going to do it on both sides. So this will be, oh, hold on. I'll just do my fingernail. Sharp or dull?
Dull. It's not as sharp.
Okay. Is it the same on both sides?
Yeah.
All right, and then this also?
Yeah, it's dull. It's the same.
Same. Okay. All right, sounds good. And then what I'm going to do next is test your facial expressions. So basically I want you to close your eyes real tight and then open them real wide and then smile real big and kind of puff out your cheeks. Okay, perfect. I'm going to test your hearing. So I'm going to do kind of rub my fingers together on each side. I want you to tell me if it sounds the same or if one's louder and one's softer. Okay? Here's the left side. There's the right side.
The same.
It's the same. Okay. That sounds good. And then what I'm going to do next is look at your mouth. So I want you to open up and listen to your voice and make sure that everything sounds okay. Look at your uvula and your tongue. So say ah.
Ah.
Okay, sounds good. And then I'm going to test your spinal accessory muscle. So basically I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders and push up against my hands. I'm testing your strength and push back and push forward. Perfect. And then stick your tongue out and move it side to side, making sure everything's equal there. Okay. I'm also going to test and make sure that everything is equal on both sides of your body, meaning both sides are dull and they feel the same and sharp.
Yeah.
And I'll do the sharp side. Still the same?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do your legs. This is dull. And then this is sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, and then go ahead and stand up for me. And I want you to kind of just close your eyes and you're just going to stand there for 30 seconds. I'm going to kind of make sure you don't like sway or waver or anything. Just kind of check in your balance. Okay, and I'm going to back this up for a second. I'm going to have you just do, it's called a heel to toe. So scooch back just a little bit. There you go, right there. And then I'm going to watch you walk and you're just going to put your left heel in front of your right toe, so you kind of touch and just take like 5 steps. Okay, perfect. And then when you turn around, just walk back and just walk normal and kind of sway your arms to the side, just like you normally do. Okay, that sounds good. That all looks real good. And you can have a seat again. There you go. Okay. So based upon all the symptoms and signs that you've given me and the information that you've given me, I think I'm going to call this probably a primary headache. It's either going to be a tension headache, a migraine headache, or a cluster headache. I'm going to tend to rule out the migraine or the cluster because migraines are usually unilateral, meaning it's on one side of your head, and it's like it's a pretty bad significant headache. And it also is you present with aura, which is like a very heavy sensitivity to light. And you also kind of sometimes see like flashes of light. And I don't really notice you saying that you have those. And it doesn't sound like you've had like intense headache. These are more, rating of 5 to 6. And then a cluster headache is kind of the same thing. Those are usually the same time of the year. And a lot of those are also very, very painful. And they're unilateral also on one side of the head. And they're usually behind your eyes too, and you're not really complaining of pain there. It's mostly on your right, but also your left. So it sounds like it's from all the stress going on in your life. So I'm going to say it's probably a tension headache, and what you can do about that is really, it sounds like you have a lot of support with your family and your friends, and just try to reduce your stress in your life. So I know you've got a new baby and you're looking for a job and you're applying for college, but really